The story of Esther, a woman of courage and faith. A long time ago, in the land of Persia, there lived a beautiful young Jewish woman named Esther. She was raised by her cousin Mordecai because her parents had died when she was young. Even though life was not always easy, Esther grew up with a kind heart and a strong faith in God. One day, the king of Persia, King Xerxes, was searching for a new queen. Many young women from all over the kingdom were brought to the palace. Esther was among them. She was not only beautiful on the outside, but she was also humble, gentle, and wise. When the king saw her, he loved her more than all the others, and he chose her to be queen. But Esther carried a secret no one in the palace knew, that she was a Jew. Mordecai had advised her to keep it to herself for a time, and she obeyed. Not long after, a powerful man in the kingdom, Haman, rose to authority. Haman was proud and wanted everyone to bow down to him. But Mordecai, Esther's cousin, refused to bow because he worshipped God alone. This made Haman very angry, and he began to plot something evil. He wanted to destroy all the Jewish people in the land. When Mordecai learned of Haman's plan, he was heartbroken. He sent a message to Esther, urging her to go to the king and plead for her people. But Esther was afraid in those days. No one could approach the king without being called, not even the queen. To do so was dangerous and could even mean death, unless the king held out his golden scepter in mercy. Mordecai reminded Esther of something powerful. Who knows if you were placed in the palace for such a time as this? Esther 4:14. Those words stirred courage in Esther's heart. She told Mordecai to gather all the Jews to fast and pray for 3 days, and she and her maidens would do the same. Then, with faith in God, she said, I will go to the king, even though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish. After 3 days of fasting and prayer, Esther dressed in her royal robes and went before the king. The moment was tense. Would he be angry, or would he show favor? To her relief, the king smiled and held out his golden scepter. Esther's life was spared. With wisdom, Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet. At the banquet, she invited them again to a second feast. It was there that she revealed the truth. She was a Jew, and Haman had plotted to destroy her people. The king was furious at Haman's wickedness. In the end, Haman was punished for his evil, and the Jewish people were saved. Because of Esther's courage and faith, God turned what was meant for destruction into a great victory. The story of Esther reminds us that God can use anyone, no matter their background, to fulfill his plan. Esther was just a young woman, but her obedience, courage, and faith changed the destiny of her people.